Hi, it's Theresa with Crafty with Theresa. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, we'll actually be going over two designs. One is a scrapbook layout and the other is a card design. What you'll see is that I created a welcome baby layout and some Christmas cards based on the designs taken from page 24 and page 28 in the 2025 Stampin' Up! Catalog. So enough of my chatting, let's get to crafting. Now I wanted to create a layout of my grandchild. She was born about a month ago. Oh my goodness, adorable, adorable. So this design was perfect. In this design, it has 3 photos, and I decided this would be perfect to show the day that she was born. We'll add pictures of a mom and dad holding her, and photos of her big brother holding her, and of course, one of her. Now I've done something similar to this for all my grandkids. It's just such a lovely way to remember that day and to add all the details. And I love putting them in my scrapbook book because when the families come over, they love looking at the book and these particular days for sure. For the outside layer, I took a piece from my cardstock stash. It's very similar to a dusty rose, kind of a pink color. And I took that piece and I actually gutted it. Now I gutted it for a few reasons. No one's going to see that anyway. And if you've seen my showcase videos, you have seen how full my books are. Oh my. So I also wanted the inside saved as well. So I can use the inside piece to actually die cut some of those baby items. Now I'm trying more and more to use my Cricut. So for this inside frame, I grabbed a piece of willow cardstock and created the Cricut design frame for an 11 by 11 inside frame. So on that 11 by 11 frame, I actually grabbed the frame that had the rounded corners because I wanted a more dainty look. For the words, I grabbed Family Love. Now, one little note, because I gutted the inside of that rose, dusty rose / pink paper, I wanted a backing piece on the back of that Family Love. I wanted it to reinforce the lettering and to level it out. Now, let's put in the letters. You can do this several ways. When I remove the letters from my Cricut, I immediately add removable tape to the top of it. First of all, it keeps me from losing the individual letters, but it also keeps my pieces together and it makes it a lot easier to insert it into the cuts. So I'll add some dollops. I'm not sure if that's the right word. My husband swears I make them up. Anyway, I just put some small dollops of glue and then insert it into the openings. Now, sometimes it does take a minute. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention, I also took the words and printed them out on black. And that's what we'll be adding here. I apologize. Didn't even think about that till just now. Next, I'll add in the heart and the lines. I don't think I showed in this video, but my final layout has an additional pink rose colored heart inside the middle of the black heart there in the middle. Now, I'm all about options on my channel. You do not have to have a Cricut to make this layout. If you have stamps, or even if you have pretty handwriting, you could add the words at the bottom just like this design. And if you're rounding the corners, you could easily round them yourself, or if you have a corner rounder. I'm a firm believer that these are your books, so make it your own, and the fact that these were handmade by you is what is most important. Now we're ready to go ahead and start thinking through the placement of the 3 photos. Here's another little tip. When I don't have the instructions listed out for me, I grab my handy dandy little template that I created and laminated. This helps me determine what cuts I need to make for both my photos and the matting layers. Because I really want to emphasize the photos on the left, that photo will be 4 by 6 because that's going to be the family photo. And the matting layers behind it will be 1/4 of an inch bigger. So the first matting layer will be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then the next matting layer, in this case the pink color, will be 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Now, we need some cute little items to surround those photos. So I found some cute little baby items. I picked those up from the Cricut Design Space, put them on my canvas, and cut them out. I did have to adjust the size of them, obviously, to make sure that they go well with this layout. Now we have a lot of pink, so I grabbed pastel colors, and that's what I used to give this layout some contrast. Now I really didn't want to cover up too much of my photos, so I put some dimensionals on the back of the baby items, being very careful to leave some room so I can slide in my photos easily once I have them. Now I did add plenty of dimensionals, by the way, to keep those little baby items in place. Then I placed the baby items around the photos. Now, this was an easy single page layout, and that's my favorite. But we have so many photos of this day. I have a few more layouts to make. But back to this page, I will be making a companion page because I want a page showing all of their names interlocking into a crossword puzzle. It'll be super easy to make because I already have extras of those cute little baby items because while I was cutting, I just made extras, and those will connect the 2 layout pages. That's it. I hope this layout gave you some inspiration and you can use it in some way. The other thing I wanted to point out, if I didn't mention earlier, is you don't have to have a Cricut to make this layout. For example, the white willow page, you could easily just use a corner rounder or use your scissors. Anything homemade your family will love. And same thing with the baby items. I sometimes just hand make those. I don't actually use Cricut for some of my layouts. So you do what you think is wonderful. Your family will not care. They will love the layouts no matter which way you make them. Now, let's move on to the card design. Now, I will show you one card design, and this is a super, super easy card design. But I'll also throw in here a picture of one that's got a little bit more effort to it, but not difficult. I won't go over the process piece of that, but I will show you the cute card. So let's get started. So this first card, this is actually one of the cards that was selected by our crafting club. We chose these particular designs for our Christmas cards this month. Time flies so quickly during the holidays, we try to get a jump start on our cards. So we generally get started in October and November. For this particular card, we're using the Joyful Days, Memories, and More card pack because it works perfectly to show you how we can use these cards for our October challenge. We're making a standard A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. We're using some basic cardstock. All of the items I'm using today, if they're available, they'll be in the description box below. The red cardstock is cut down just 1/4 inch smaller, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And the second cardstock, which is green, I believe it's Old Olive, is 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 because the actual Joyful Memories card is 3 by 4. So look how easy that was. Now, all we have to do is grab some bling bling, and then of course we're also going to be adding a bow to it. The sentiment is there for you. So this is just one of the easiest cards to make, and still it is elegant and the recipient will love it. Here's a look at all of the cards that we've completed. I hope this video gives you ideas and inspirations. One coming soon item I wanted to mention, you will see more Christmas cards. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and the notification button so you can see the new videos as they come in. Oh, and like and comment. Thank you again for joining me. Until next time, have a great day.